guys, Lindsay here, and my special guest Zoe. She is a Villa supporter. Yes, she is, Aston Villa supporter. So great to be with you guys again. She's probably not going to stay around for long, but she might join us later. So guys, week 2 of the English Premier League. Yeah, that's what Zoe thinks about it. She's not very happy with the results. Okay. Yes, so for us Villa fans out there, not exactly the result that we were looking for this past weekend, but dare I say, I feel like there is still some optimism. Because, you know, honestly, if we look at the game, okay, so what was it, not even 1 minute, and unfortunately Tom Heaton, who has had a great season so far and also made some great saves in this game, unfortunately, don't know what he was thinking. One of the commentators said the blood rushed to his head. Not sure about that, but anyway, you know, just made an unfortunate mistake and gave away a penalty to Bournemouth. And of course, you know, they made the most of that penalty. Then 11 minutes later, Douglas Luiz, his first start of the season, you know, another unfortunate error where he just, you know, let the ball go. I don't know if another player called to him. I don't know what he was thinking. So here we are in 12 minutes and Aston Villa are 2-0 down. But again, not because of them not playing well, not because, you know, Bournemouth was spectacular. It was unfortunately due to errors. You know, now we know that in the second half, Luiz was able to get a goal back, and it was a beautiful goal, and it was so great. His first start, his first goal, made up for that error. And, you know, we had plenty of other chances, but we just could not make the most of those chances. You know, I really felt like we should have at least gotten a point out of that game, even with the 2 errors at the beginning. McGinn, oh my gosh, had some incredible chances, and if one of those goals had gone in, that would have been a cracking goal. And then, you know, unfortunately as well, first half, I mean, the referee just really did not do his job properly. Billings should have been sent off. I mean, just foul after foul after foul. And unfortunately, the referee bottled it and, you know, didn't give him that second yellow and send him off with a red. Because, you know, that really should have happened. And, you know, who knows, with them having a man down, you know, we might have had a better opportunity. But again, you know, we lost 2-1. If you look at the possession, I think we had 63% of the possession, 63 or 66%. You know, so again, it was not that we were outplayed. Again, just, you know, those 2 unfortunate errors at the beginning. And then, of course, once you're 2-0 down, if you're 1-0 down, you know, it's a lot easier to come back, but 2-0, it's a completely different story. So, yes. But again, I feel like, you know, yes, that's where more people come in and, oh, Aston Villa are definitely doing a Fullen and, you know, haven't won a game yet. But guess what? Southampton have not won a game yet. Watford have not won a game yet. Newcastle have not won a game yet. Chelsea, they tied with Leicester this past weekend. So, you know, there's a lot of teams. You know, it's the second week. I don't think that we need to necessarily start panicking. You know, definitely, I know a lot of people are concerned, where are the goals going to come from? You know, Wesley has not stepped up yet. But again, guys, I think, you know, 2 weeks and, you know, it's adjustments all around. Adjustment to being back in the Premier League, adjustment for Dean Smith playing in the Premier League, adjustment for the new players that we have. You know, half of the team is new, you know, so just a lot of adjustments all around. Adjustments to playing in a new league that has, you know, new facilities like VAR. So just a lot of new things all around. But again, I don't think we should panic yet, and I feel like there's still some optimism. We've seen rays of hope. You know, again, love seeing Mings and Engels at the back. That's becoming a beautiful partnership. McGinn again is looking absolutely excellent. Trezeguet is showing some form and some class. You know, Douglas Luiz, even though he made that mistake, I think he's going to be a great player. So yeah. But you know what? That was just my thoughts on the game. Let's hear from Mike Pearson, our week's reporter, who was all the way at Villa Park. And let's hear what he has to say about the game. He was there. It was a beautiful weekend. First home game for Aston Villa. So let's hear from Mike Pearson all the way from Dallas.
Hi Lindsay, hi everybody, welcome to Villa Park. My name's Mike Pearson, I live in Dallas, I'm part of the Lions Club there, and as you can see, the North Stand is looking absolutely spectacular. The whole stadium did actually, and does. You can tell that Wes and Suarez have really put some money into the stadium, into the team, obviously on the pitch. And yesterday's atmosphere in the ground really reflected that. Everyone was positive, it was a party mood, it felt like a carnival, and the noise at kick-off, I hadn't heard it like that before Villa kicked off in a very, very long time. As we know, a minute into the game there was a mistake by Tom, and there was a penalty, and then 10 minutes after that there was a second goal, which was a deflection. There's a lot to be said about that. It was very frustrating, and obviously the mistakes cost us. But I do think that the Villa Park crowd were really with the team till the very end, and that was encouraging. It was quieter. Bournemouth did a great job at quieting down Villa Park, and it was a perfect away performance in that respect. But what the team did is they kept pushing forward, even though they were not firing on all cylinders. And what I said was that the defence looked great. Engels and Mings will be a force to be reckoned with, and Taylor and Elmo did absolutely nothing wrong. My only point is that they don't do anything incredibly right going forward. There's no real killer delivery like you will be Target, and there's no absolute pace like Gilbert. So I want to know where they are, and I'm sure so does every other Villa fan. In the middle, McGinn was a beast, which we loved, and I thought Trezeguet had some really good signs. El Ghazi really needs to step it up. He looked championship, if I'm honest with you. And Jack Grealish, I really want the best for him, and as we all do, he's our captain, he's our talisman, he's the reason why we're in the Premier League in many ways. But yesterday, he didn't want the ball, and that was very frustrating in the crowd, especially for me. I've never seen him play that poorly live, so it was frustrating. Up front, Wesley has a lot to do. I think you've got to look back to Savo and Juan Pablo Angel and some of those great big money signings of the past. They needed time, and so does Wes, but he also needs a hand, and that's where I think Jack really needs to come in, and in the end so will Luis, who was our real only piece of quality. And you can ask the people I was watching with, I was frustrated with him as well. But from Villa Park, a beautiful Villa Park, there are positive signs. It's a long season, 36 games to go in the league, and even if you do have a wonky AVSC shirt, things are bright.
What a great analysis there from Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate your thoughts, and some great things to think about. And I wonder, will we see Gilbert and Target this weekend, maybe this Friday against Everton? Be interesting to see if they get a start yet. I think like yourself, a lot of people are thinking maybe they should start. I'm with you as well. I would love to see Gilbert down there on the right. So yeah, hopefully they'll get their start. And again, the fans at Aston Villa were absolutely incredible. Like Mike said, like everyone else has said, like Brittany said last week, this was the first home game. It was sold out, of course. We already know that Aston Villa have sold 30,000 season tickets, which is absolutely incredible. People are on the waiting list to purchase a season ticket. You cannot boast that of every other team in the Premier League. So that's a wonderful, wonderful feat. So yeah, just again, Friday we play at home again against Everton. Now Everton have had a great start to the campaign. Silver has had a year at Everton now, and got a really great team, looking good. They've won both their opening games. They signed Moise Keane. I think he's going to be a great star of the future. They got Delph, but of course we don't care about Delph. They've got just a great team going there. Some great guys at the back, Keane and Digne. So Mina. So definitely it's going to be a tough game, but I don't think it's going to be impossible for us. I think this could be the game where we take points and we finally, introduce ourselves to the Premier League, not just with 70 minutes of great play or, an awesome goal, but just a truly great game, full game where we come out and show the Premier League that we are here and we are here to stay. So, you know, really looking forward to that game. So Friday, Aston Villa v Everton, and I think, you know, this is going to be the first game that we come away with some points. So yeah, I think Dean Smith is going to have the guys ready for this Friday. So looking forward to seeing that. Some other great games this coming weekend, and some great games that just passed. Gosh, if you missed the Tottenham v Man City game, definitely rewatch it. That was an excellent game. You know, just a battle of the skill right there. And again, VAR was at the center of controversy in that game. Now, it wasn't just VAR, it was actually the new rules by IFB, I believe it is. And, you know, for those of you who don't know, the game was 2-2. I think it was the 92nd minute. And Jesus scored a third goal, so Man City thought they had won it. But unfortunately, because VAR checks every single goal, once they checked the goal, they found out that Laporte, who had got the assist for the goal, actually the ball had hit his shoulder. And, you know, in the new rules, any ball that hits the shoulder or the hand, the goal will be disallowed, even if it's accidental. Now, I did not realize it was for an assist also. I understand if it's a goal, but assist, I don't know, that's a difficult thing now, because you know, you didn't score the goal, but I suppose if you assisted, it's still some kind of advantage with the body. But nobody knew about it. So had VAR not been instituted, even if that rule had been instituted but VAR had not, I think they would have got away with it, because none of the Spurs players protested. Nobody even saw it. You know, and it was really very minute, you know, just very hard to see. So again, because they check every single goal by VAR, they checked it and they saw that, you know, it had come off his arm, so the goal was actually disallowed. So the game ended 2-2. So again, there we see how you know, the game has been affected by VAR and a result has gone a different way. So it is going to take some time getting used to VAR, but I also think that, you know, where some teams might feel done by, I think some teams are going to feel like, well, actually that went in my favor. So I know Spurs are probably feeling that right now, and I'm sure Man City will at some point. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out for the rest of the season. I know a lot of people are still very angry and still upset. I think the thing I find hard is just the consistency of it, and making sure that we truly have consistency. And then also feel, you know, for some players who they start celebrating, because now it's like, okay, do I not celebrate my goal? And, you know, I just scored this amazing goal, but maybe I shouldn't celebrate because VAR's going to turn around and tell me, nope, you know. So we'll see how that turns out. But again, some great results. For those of you who are playing fantasy football, I know a lot of people did not have a good week, because Sterling and Salah were a little bit quiet on the fantasy football side, whereas Mane, who's in my team, you know, he got some good points, and De Bruyne, I mean, those 2 assists that he got were absolutely beautiful. So so yeah, very excited for this weekend's game, and especially excited for Aston Villa v Everton, and very excited because our Maryland Lions are going to have Mel, who is a Villa supporter, and her husband is an Everton supporter. So that's going to be a fun time when we get together to watch that game, and we're really hoping, you know, for our sake, that Aston Villa win. So so yeah, guys, you know, just a short video today, and look forward to hopefully celebrating in the next video, because Aston Villa got some points, not just 1 but hopefully 3 points. So yeah, looking forward to next week's result, and you know, just another great game at Villa Park with some great results. So thanks for joining us.